Gamma may look calm, elegant, and intelligent, but behind her graceful appearance hides one of the deepest forms of loyalty toward Shadow. Why does she admire him so much? Is it love, respect, worship, or something even more complicated? In this video, we break down Gamma's story, her connection with Shadow, and why she became one of the most devoted members of Shadow Garden. This video contains discussion of anime and light novel story elements. Like keys, subscribe, video to comment your favorite Shadow Garden member. Among all members of Shadow Garden, Alpha is respected, Beta admires him, Delta follows him with pure instinct, but Gamma might actually be one of the most misunderstood members. Because unlike others, Gamma's obsession with Shadow is not built on power alone. It is built on something much deeper. Today we are uncovering why Gamma is obsessed with Shadow and why her loyalty became almost impossible to break. Opening. Before becoming the elegant leader of commerce and finance, Gamma was someone completely different. She wasn't the strongest. She was the fastest. She was even the most gifted in combat. Compared to monsters like Alpha or Delta, Gamma looked weak. And in a world where strength means everything, that became her biggest insecurity. Imagine standing beside people who dominate battlefields while you struggle to keep up. That was Gamma. She wanted to contribute. She wanted meaning. She wanted a place. Then Shadow appeared. Part 1. Shadow changed her entire life. Shadow did judge her by combat ability. He did reject her. Instead, he gave her purpose. Shadow Garden was only about fighting. It became a place where everyone could use their own talents. For Gamma, that talent became business, economics, organization, creating systems. While others fought enemies, Gamma built the foundation, and this changed everything. For the first time, someone saw value in her. Not despite her weaknesses, but because of her uniqueness. That feeling is powerful. When someone believes in you before you believe in yourself, you never forget it. That became the beginning of Gamma's obsession. Part 2, she thinks Shadow sees far beyond everyone. One thing all Shadow Garden members have in common. They think Shadow operates on another level. Every random action, every strange decision, every unusual move, to them, it's all part of a master plan. But Gamma especially believes this, because from her perspective, Shadow somehow created ideas that transform society. Business models, financial systems, luxury products, entire economic structures. Meanwhile, Shadow himself often acts casually, but Gamma interprets every result as genius. Imagine following someone who accidentally changes the world and thinking they predicted everything. That creates unbelievable admiration. To Gamma, Shadow is just intelligent. He's almost impossible to understand, and that mystery makes her even more attached. Part 3, to Gamma's obsession, is different from romance. Many fans misunderstand Gamma. Her obsession is simply romance, is admiration mixed with gratitude. She does only think, I like Shadow. She thinks, without Shadow, I would never become who I am. That creates something stronger, because attraction fades, but transformation stays. Shadow gave her identity, success, confidence, a mission. To Gamma, following Shadow means protecting the person who gave meaning to her abilities. That's why she works so hard, why she keeps expanding Shadow Garden, why she acts with complete dedication. Part 4, her greatest fear. Gamma acts elegant, but underneath, she still remembers her old insecurities. Deep down, she probably fears becoming useless, and because Shadow made her feel valuable, losing that connection feels impossible. So she keeps improving, expanding, building, creating more influence. Not for personal fame, but because she wants to prove she deserves standing beside Shadow. That's what makes her obsession interesting. It doesn't come from selfish desire. It comes from wanting to earn recognition. Part 5 to why Gamma is actually one of Shadow's most important followers. Think about this. Without Alpha, leadership changes. Without Delta, combat power drops. Without Beta, information weakens. But without Gamma, Shadow Garden loses its economic engine, resources, money, expansion, infrastructure. Gamma quietly became one of the pillars of everything. She transformed admiration into action. That's what makes her dangerous and incredible. She may not dominate battlefields, but she helps create an empire. So, why is Gamma obsessed with Shadow? Because Shadow gave her something nobody else did. A place, a purpose, and proof that she mattered. To others, Shadow is a mysterious leader. To Gamma, he's the person who changed her life. And maybe that's why her loyalty feels so powerful. But what do you think? Is Gamma the most underrated member of Shadow Garden? Or does another member deserve that title? Comment below and subscribe for more anime deep dives.